live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri. It's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Ta-da! Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Happy to be here with you today. I'm grateful for you to be here with me as well. Good morning to Max and Montclair already on the chat this morning. It's Friday, May 23rd, the last day of school for a lot of kiddos out there. I know my wife, Lori, it's her last day of teaching today, so she's super excited about that. So what does that mean for the world? It means next week the back to school items will be showing up in the stores, and then the week after that the Christmas stuff will be out. So that's pretty much how things roll out here in the old Midwest. Man, it's I keep saying it's a beautiful day, but it really is. It was like in the early or the low 60s this morning. It's supposed to only get up into the 70s. It's been absolutely beautiful spring. This has been one of the better springs we've had in quite a while, honestly. I mean, we've gotten nice, cool weather. We've gotten a few warmish days, lots of rain. You know, we got flowers everywhere. So, man, just loving it right now. It is good stuff. So let's kind of do the business part of this. Those of you new to the show, welcome to you folks out there in Facebook land and YouTube world. We're on both platforms now, streaming live with you. So happy to have you here today. Good morning, Nate. Welcome to the show. Yeah, it's fun to have the broader audience but you know, like I said, I'm grateful that you take the time to sit here with me and have some fun. So what we do on this show is we share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. These are primarily band and orchestra instruments, woodwinds, brass instruments, and so on. And these are all available on our website, palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. So lots of things to show today. I've got a trio of saxophones. I've been doing a lot of saxophones lately, but we've been getting a lot of really, really cool stuff in. And I can guarantee you 100% that you have not seen any one of these horns on this show ever before in the history of this show. So that's exciting and new, so you gotta love that. Hello from O'Fallon. Oh, there's Ma P. Good to see you this morning. And we got Memorial Day weekend this weekend. So we're off Monday, so we get to have a nice, relaxing 3-day weekend. Hopefully, be relaxing. Looks like it's going to rain all weekend, though, so we'll see see how that turns out. But anyway, going to be a lot of fun. So just a reminder to you all, we have the live stream chat going on. This is Good Morning Elijah on there. Thank you for being here. It's the best way for us to interact and have some fun and just chat. So ask your questions, leave your comments about anything you're seeing on the show. Even if it's something you're not seeing on the show, or something you want to see on the show, or, you know, commenting on my hairstyle today, you know, because it's different every time you watch the show. So, you know, whatever. We can talk about all kinds of fun. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. And then most importantly, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, hit the like button, you know, do all those button pushes that we do out here in social media world. So I think that's all the news I've got for you, but before we go any further, we got to say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Hey, good morning.
I love your what would you call that print? Is that a Native American print, the Southwestern?
I have no idea. It reminds me of New Mexico, Arizona.
New Mexico, Arizona.
Stuff,
well, it's got the turquoise color. You guys can't see it, but I can see it. It's a really cool shirt. I like it. So.
Thank you.
Anyway, so how are things in your world, Mr. Jordan?
Oh, they're busy.
Yeah.
But it's Friday, so.
And a 3-day weekend.
We'll get a weekend to unwind and.
Got to be happy about that.
Reset. Yeah. So that's good.
For those of you not in the know, we've been doing live streams from our sales floor in our store here in Springfield for a few weeks now. Every day at 3 p.m., right? Is it every weekday?
3 p.m., yeah.
Every weekday, 3 p.m., right here on our Palin Music YouTube channels and on Facebook. You can find it and see what the guys in the store are doing. There's all kinds. Emmett and Elijah were on there yesterday, and I don't know what's on the docket for today. Nate is asking, do you still have time to make appointments with folks interested in the kind of horn? Of course I do. Yes. If you want to make an appointment with me, that's a good point, Nate. If you want to make an appointment with me to buy a horn or just come in and check out some horns, you can give me a call. You can send me an email. You can leave us a message on the website. You can do anything. And you can meet me in person, and I will autograph your whatever you want to autograph. I don't know where I was going to go with that. That was starting to get a little bit weird.
Bad time to pause.
I'm glad I stopped there. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, I'll autograph some of the white gloves for you. And then, you can sell them for half of what they're worth. All right, so that's what we got going on the show. We're going to free autograph. You can't beat that, right? Jordan is a champ. That's right. Jordan is a champ. Absolutely. What happens if a person has to travel from far away? Well, they got to pay a lot of money for travel. But we can help you out with travel. Nate's running the show from his office over here, asking all the questions. We'll get to your questions, Nate, but I'm going to move on with what we got going on here. So we got some saxophones. We got some fun. We're going to dig into this. Cars and guitars coming up in July. So stay tuned for that. We'll have more details as that is coming. So, shall we do this?
Sweet, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
So let's talk about your shirt and watch before we get to the horns
Nate
today.
did mention the shirt. We've got the shirt and the watch. So real quickly, you've seen the shirt before. This is my wine shirt. I'm pretty excited. The reason I'm wearing this is I kind of got inspired because we've got a new wine shop that opened up this week in Springfield called Total Wine. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to be probably spending some time and money there this weekend. So I got my wine shirt. I don't remember what brand it is, but it looks like I've spilled wine all over it. It's got wine barrels and wine grapes and wine bottles and all kinds of fun stuff. So this was a gift from my mom a few years ago, and I love it. So it's super cool. And then the watch, you've seen the watch before as well. This is my Citizen Echo Drive World Timer Limited Edition, nuclear powered, blah, blah, blah. This was a gift from my buddy John Gage, if he's out there watching. But I absolutely love this watch. It is just so cool. Very graphic design. Got the band with the red accents. So love that. Citizen Echo Drive, solar powered, nuclear powered, whatever. A lot of fun. So that is the shirt. That's the watch. That's the game. Let's play. What saxophones are we looking at today? All right. I'm going to start off with a little one. And this one this just came across my desk last night. Amber's here on the show. Good morning. Can't wait to visit Total Wine. I know, right? It is going to be sweet. I think Gabriel was already there yesterday. I don't know how much money he spent. Before I open this all the way here, we have, it's a little case. So we got a soprano saxophone here. This is from Yamaha. This is part of our Shokunin program we've talked about, where we're just leveling up to the high-grade pro stuff. Yamaha, this is a YSS-875 EX2 Custom, and it is gorgeous. So I'm going to give you a little anticipation here while I'm putting my fancy gloves on. If I can get them on there, right? There we go. I think I got them on backwards. I don't know. They'll fit either hand, so it's kind of weird. There we go. All right, got it. Gloves. So here we have, it's a tight fit. Bam. I'm just going to set that aside because there's some pieces in there that I want to share with you. All right, so what we have here, this is the Yamaha, like I said, YSS-875 EX2 Custom. It's also got the HG at the end of that model number, which designates that this has a high G key in addition to the high F sharp key. So those two keys are right there. If you're not familiar with it, we can explain that here in a minute. This is their top of the line professional soprano saxophone. They do the 875 Custom, and then they do the 82Z Custom as well. The difference being primarily the 875 has two neck options that come with it. So you get the traditional straight neck like that, okay? And then you also get a curved neck option, which is like that. What those do for you is not a huge difference, but it changes the position of the horn when you play it just a little bit. So it's a comfort thing. It's also a sound thing. The straight neck seems to give you a just more straighter, brighter sound, where that curved neck adds a bit more resistance. You get a bit more warmth into the sound. Again, that's all speculation. I have not tested that myself personally, but that's just what I've heard from other folks. I've not played Wine Light on the show. I'll have to look that one up. Grover Washington. Oh gosh, man, it's funny. I have not mentioned Grover Washington on this show yet, and I need to do that. So I'm going to look into some. Maybe I'll play Wine Light next week. Actually, I've already got a song picked for next week, but I'll put Grover Washington into the rotation for sure. And he passed not too long ago, I think. We lost Grover Washington, sadly, which is kind of a bummer. All right, so what else can I tell you about this horn? Full poster rib construction, high F sharp, high G, so you get that added altissimo boost up there, way up at the little top. I don't know if you can even see those little itty bitty keys moving way. I'll get it down into the screen there. Those little guys way up at the very top moving like that. Okay, so that's your high G and your high F sharp. Left-hand rocker mechanism. You find adjustments throughout, just everything you want. Adjustable thumb hook on the back. I got to talk to Yamaha. They got to switch out those plastic thumb hooks for some metal ones. You can special order a metal one and get it added on there. But beautiful hand engraving on there, all around the bell. Nice floral design there. And then, of course, the mother of pearl key touches. We've got Italian leather pads. I can't tell if these are plastic boosters or metal. I think they're plastic, but that's okay. So this is kind of positioned as more of like the classical horn, I guess you would say. And then the 82Z is the same horn, but the necks are fixed, so you can get it with a straight neck or you can get it with a curved neck, but it's a fixed neck. The neck isn't detachable, so kind of an interesting little feature there. So everything is a personal preference when it comes to sopranos, but man, sopranos are notorious for intonation issues, but Yamaha sopranos are about the best intonated saxophones you can find in the world. So a lot of pro players play Yamaha for that very reason. They are phenomenal horns. Top grade. This is the YSS-875 EX2HG. So there it is, made in Japan. That's the killer one. You guys need to take one of these home with you today. Like I said, this just rolled across my desk last night, so we haven't even gotten it photoed yet. We'll be doing that after this show, and then we'll have that listing live later today. But if you want to take it home before then, just give me a call or send me a message or an email or whatever, and we'll get her done. Got lots of sopranos in right now. Got a couple of other Yamahas. I've got, actually I had a La Bravo I showed on the show a couple weeks ago, I think, and that one already sold, so we got more of those coming in, and got some Ramponis on the way, hopefully, so it's a soprano world out here now. Gotta love it. All right, so that's horn number one. Let's, what's next, Mr. Jordan?
Next, do you want to recommend some music to us?
Let's do some music here. This music came across my ears this week as I was just kind of flipping through Spotify for something new. One of my favorite new or current artists, Leve, she's got a lot of new music out. And I was just kind of listening to her channel, I think it was, and then it kind of, rotated into, similar groups, similar songs. And this artist came up. Her name is Ebony Lauren. And this is a collab piece with a gentleman by the name of Jason LaPierre. Two young artists. I think at least Ebony's from the LA area. I don't know where Jason's from, but she's a self-taught musician, really taught herself piano, taught herself guitar. She's a singer-songwriter. She's got a great voice. She kind of hit the scene with a cover of the song O Pato, which is a Latin song, and I heard that the other day too, and it's phenomenal, so you should definitely check that out. But this piece, this duet with Ebony and Jason, is called Meet You Again. Meet You Again. I didn't enunciate that T on there. Is it Me You Again? No, it's Meet You Again. And the song tells a story about what it would be like to meet your partner again for the first time, to hold hands again for the first time. That rush of excitement and energy and love that you get in the beginning of a relationship. That sweetens over time, but that spark that's just so great. There's a line in the song, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. I've added this song to my Story of Us playlist, and I think I've talked about this before. The making a playlist for each other. My wife and I have a playlist we share called The Story of Us, and it's all just songs that mean special things to us throughout our relationship together. And it comes back from the days of making mixtapes. Us Gen Xers, we made mixtapes and then mixed CDs, and now we make playlists. So anyway, so I've added on there because there's a cool line in this song that kind of echoes something really special in our relationship. So let's go ahead and roll tape here for Ebony Lauren, Jason LaPierre, Meet You Again.
Lucky am I, you came into my life. Yet I never knew I'd miss our beginnings quite like this. I wish I could meet you all over again. Can we go back to when we were just friends? So I can hold your hand for the first time, anticipate calling you mine, like when we began. If I could meet you again, then I ask.
So there's a line coming up here. It says, then I'd ask you why you don't wear your jacket when it's rather cold outside. That one doesn't really apply, but it's this next one. Our first picnic at the park when we stayed out till dark. My wife and I, that was like our first kind of solo date together, was a picnic I presented or prepared for her. And we sat in the middle of this park. It was actually like in the middle of a baseball field in a park. And it was just a really, really special moment. So go ahead and roll that, and you can hear that lyric.
Ask you why you don't wear your jacket when it's rather cold outside. That's because you keep me warm. Our first picnic at the park when we stayed out till dark. I wish we could relive that part when you let me in your heart. I wish I could meet you all over again.
Do the whole song, but because what's that?
I want to watch him dance.
You want to watch them dance? Yeah. Well, I just, we get in trouble if we play the whole video, apparently, so I don't want to do that. But that last line, she said, I wish we could relive that part when you let me in your heart. It's just such a great line. And it's a happy tune. It's just kind of got that Latin, I don't know, what do you call that, a salsa, bossa nova vibe, just really kind of upbeat and fun. But lyrically, it's great. These two young artists, I see big things for them. So really, really great. The song is called Meet You Again by Ebony Lauren and Jason LaPierre. So check that out. I've added it to the Wake Up with Greg playlist on Spotify, so you can listen to it. Mike says he has new life goals. I wonder what those new life goals are.
He's talking about the mustache.
Do you think, the mustache is a new life goal. Yeah, that is a pretty epic mustache for sure. He's on point with the... What's up?
Lots of mustache comments.
Oh, yeah, lots of mustache comments. Well, it is an epic stash, so. I tried doing a mustache like that one. I mean, I can grow a good mustache, but I don't do the handlebar thing and all that, so. Anyway, fun stuff. So that's the song. We will move on from the song to the next instrument on our list of saxophones today. We have I mentioned the Le Bravo soprano sax we showed on the show a couple weeks ago. Well, we finally got the Le Bravo alto in, and this is a P. Marriott Le Bravo, so I'm going to show you that. First, I'll show you the case. Very nice, hard case, but with the soft-sided extra pockets and cushions and backpack straps and all that good stuff. So this is kind of positioned as a either an intermediate horn or like an entry pro. It's a really affordable piece, but man, it's got all the bells and whistles you want. If I can get a hold of these zipper pulls here and get this opened up. And man, it's a great looking horn as well. So check this out here. Boom. All right, so we have alto saxophone in a brushed brass finish. So you've got that really cool brushed effect, which just gives it a really nice, classy vibe to it. But then you've got the bright gold keys. A couple other companies do this. I think Buffet has done this on like their Zoe alto, and then Selmer does this on their 700 series matte finish. So it's a similar finish kind of across the board, but we do have the natural or real mother of pearl key touches. We've got metal tone boosters on this one for sure, Italian leather pads, full rib construction. What's interesting though is there's no engraving other than the logo and brand on the bell there. There's no engraving. So it's really clean, just super nice. But what is really cool, and I'm gonna just pop that on here to show you, the neck is really the feature of this that kind of kicks it up into that next level. So like with the Selmer 700 series where that comes with, that's the Selmer USA, but it comes with the Selmer Paris neck. This is kind of the same deal. We've got the kind of the more affordable horn here, but then we've got the professional neck. And this is a solid nickel silver neck. And they've actually put the engraving on it as well, which is interesting why they would engrave the neck and not the rest of the body, but you know, it's not up to me to make those decisions. But the nickel silver here, what that does is it gives you just that added extra kind of punch to the sound, brightens it up a bit, makes it really, really fun and crisp and edgy. Plus it's got a really cool look to it. So on the soprano, the neck was just silver plated, but on the alto and the tenor, you get a solid nickel silver neck, which is really, really, really cool. And it's the Super 6 neck, so which comes on like the System 76 horns and the PMXT, PMXA, rolled tone hole models. All of their professional models come with that Super 6 neck, so that's kind of the added bonus there. So that is the Le Bravo 200A. So they do the all four horns. They do the soprano, alto, tenor, and bari in this model and this finish. So it's a really cool line. So that affordable, you know, kind of less expensive than your 62s and other horns like that, but you know, won't break the bank, but would be a great horn for any advancing student or pro player looking for an affordable horn. So super great. Absolutely love that we're back in-house with P. Marriott. We've got lots of P. Marriotts to choose from. So please check out the website, palinmusic.com. Check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. Or come into our stores. We got 10 stores and we got horns all over the place. So, or just give me a call. You know, we'd be happy to set you up with that. But that is the P. Marriott Le Bravo 200A alto sax. So there you go. That is number 2. We've got the big dog coming up here in just a moment. Yep, the big dog.
All right. Before we get to the last one, can you show us something cool?
Show you something cool. Yep. Well, I think it's cool. You guys can decide whether you think it's cool or not. There's been some stuff in the news lately, and you know, we don't talk politics or religion or anything like that, so this doesn't really fall into that category, but it is current events, so we can talk about current events. I guess the U.S. Treasury is finally has voted to do away with the penny, the 1-cent coin, just because it costs like 4 cents per penny to mint them. So the government's losing huge amounts of money by making these pennies. Now, I don't know what their plan is for, you know, once the penny's gone, what they're going to do. Are we going to be just rounding off our change? I mean, there's billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of pennies out there. So I don't think we're going to have a penny shortage anytime soon. So I don't know that they have to come up with that plan immediately. But since the pennies are in the news, Today just also so happens to be National Lucky Penny Day.
Nice.
I mean, who knew, right? Well, I knew, so I'm sharing it with you. National Lucky Penny Day. So if you see a penny, pick it up, and if you're the superstitious type, all day long you'll have good luck. Some people have an issue with whether it's heads up or tails up. If it's heads up, it's good luck. If it's tails, maybe not so much. So, what you can do is if you see one that's tails up, just flip it over and let somebody else pick it up on the head side. So, but if you know me, you also know that I'm a coin collector, amongst a collector of millions of other things. So I thought I would just share some penny things with you really quickly. And since Penny's watching the show, she would really appreciate that. That penny don't make sense. Yeah, you're 100% correct. This is just one of those little coin folders. I don't know if it'll even show. I'm going to get my coffee cup out of the way. If it'll even show up. We've had several different types of pennies over the years. This is just ones from the 20th century here. So we've got the Indian head penny that came out in the late 1800s and went up to about 1909. And then we've got the Lincoln penny right here, which is made out of solid copper there. And then during the war years, by war I mean World War II, since copper was a strategic material, they changed, oops, I went the wrong way. They changed the penny to a solid steel penny and then zinc plated it so it looked silver. That was just a one-year run though, 1943. And then they switched back to copper with the Lincoln Memorial design here. And now it's mostly zinc and then it's copper plated. So, but those are just kind of a few different penny designs. But then there's also, the whole world of smashed pennies. You guys into smashed pennies at all? I don't know if I've shown these on the show before. You go travel around the world and they've got these machines that'll take a penny and smash it and put a new design on it. So I've got millions of them, right? Everywhere I go that has one of these machines, I make a smashed penny. And then I've got a fun little token thing to remember where I've been. This is from Mount Vernon, George Washington's home in Virginia. I got Silver Dollar City here. We've got it loaded with smashed pennies there. I've even got one here that I got in Germany when we were there a couple years ago, and that's from a Euro cent, which is kind of cool. Hearst Castle out in California, and I've got tons of them from Disneyland and other Disney locations, other theme parks. That one fell out of there. That one's also from Germany. Got one from the Nürburgring racetrack in Germany there. Got them made out of quarters and nickels and dimes as well. I don't have to go through all of these. I can spend hours talking to you about these. But one fun thing I do that you might find interesting is I've got I'm going to take my gloves off for this, make it a little bit easier. I bought a roll of uncirculated 1968 pennies. Now, why would I do that? Well, let me show you what we got here. So they're super shiny, okay? They're super shiny like that, and that is 1968, just happens to be the year I was born, so that's why I picked that. But they're also they're solid copper, which means when you smash them, they give you a nice uniform look to them. So the modern pennies that are zinc inside, when you put them in a penny smasher, you get that silver peeking through, and then the design is just really hard to see, and it's just kind of a mess. So I got these specifically for penny smashing machines. Now, why would I destroy 50-year-old or 55-year-old coins that are perfectly minted? Because, like I said, there's billions and billions of them out there. So, and there's people saying, well, it's against the law to deface. It's not. But that's a whole nother story. So anyway, that's kind of my short and sweet tribute to the penny. National Lucky Penny Day. It's also a national day for a couple other things. It's National, what do we got on here? It's National Road Trip Day. The Friday before Memorial Day is apparently National Road Trip Day, so get out there and take a road trip with your family. Or it's National Taffy Day. I don't have any saltwater taffy, but it would have been great to have some saltwater taffy for the show. So get out there and get some great saltwater taffy and enjoy Taffy Day, and use some pennies to pay for it, and then go on a road trip to find it. So you can do all of those things. That's your National Day calendar for the day. It's kind of a new thing I'm doing on the show, National Days. It's fun. Something different. All right, so that's the last, that's the something cool. There you go.
Sweet.
Smash Pennies, that's our band name. I still think we should go with the fizzy lifting drinks. I like that one a lot. All right, so we got one more. How do I want to do this? Do I want to try to lift it up here on the, well, I probably need to show you the case. We're going to give this a shot. I'm going to be just slightly off screen here because, holy smokes, this thing weighs more than I do. And that's saying something. Actually, it doesn't weigh more than I do. That would be impossible. So this is the Yamaha YBS-62II Mark II professional baritone saxophone. Yes, comes in this massive case. Fortunately, it has wheels, so it will roll around here. But I'm going to attempt to get this instrument out of the case and show it to you. I'm going to hide behind it, do my little Kilroy was here kind of deal. And, oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to set that down. We're going to move this monstrous case. Boom, boom. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to slide this way. And then, roar. Okay. Will this even fit on the screen? I don't know. There we go. So this is the Yamaha YBS-62II professional baritone saxophone. I think they do make the Barry in like the custom series as well. So there's another level up from this. But man, we're getting into the upper echelon of price points on these things. This is not for the faint of heart as far as price is concerned. We're somewhere in that $10,000 range for something like this, which is why, I'm a little trying to be extra careful with this on the screen. But this is your professional grade horn. We've got the beautiful engraving on the bell there, and it's quite the bell. The bell is made in two pieces, brazed together and then formed by hand. We've got Italian leather pads, of course, domed tone boosters, high F sharp, front F, and low A. So on a Barry sax, I don't know. Probably don't need to do the close-up camera to see this because the horn's just too big. This low A key, boom, goes all the way down to the bottom, and it's under the thumb. So you've got your thumb register key or your octave key, which moves the sound up, and then you've got this low A to move all that lower mechanism there. So traditionally, Barry saxes did not have the low A or the high F sharp, but now they do, and you can get them either way, with or without, which is cool. This has poster rib construction as well, mother of pearl key touches, and yeah, all the other bells and whistles that you want on a pro grade Barry sax. It does have on the bottom, now it doesn't come with the peg, but it has the I don't know what you call that, the port to where you can put a peg, a floor peg. You can screw that into the bottom of that, which gives you support if you want to play it, if you're sitting down and you just want to stand it in front of you as opposed to, putting it to the side of you wearing a harness or a strap. So very versatile, very powerful. This is a beast of a horn. One of the top Barry saxes out there for sure. Highly recommend it. And this one should be live I think I finished the listing yesterday. Got that up and running for you. So you can take this home today. Free shipping on this, certainly, which is surprising for something this big. But I don't know if you've got any thoughts or questions that you want to ask about that, Barry sax is the standard low voice saxophone. It is an octave below the alto that I just showed you. But there are two more, at least traditionally two more saxophones below this one in the bass range of saxophones. You've got the bass sax, which is in B flat, which is an octave below the tenor. And then you have the contrabass sax, which is back to E flat, an octave below the Barry. So you can get way down there in the. Oops, I got my glove stuck there. Bari saxes are one of the most fun saxophones to play. They just have such a great sound. You know, the legendary Jerry Mulligan comes to mind whenever I think of Bari sax. I'm just going to leave that there. It's too hard to move. So we're just going to go with that so I don't strain myself or damage the saxophone. Okay, what kind of neck strap do you recommend for this? For a Bari sax, I recommend a harness as opposed to just your traditional neck strap. Your traditional neck strap just has the one attachment point and just comes around the back of your neck. And that's a lot of weight to just put on the back of your neck. But with modern harnesses that come around your back and come strap around, you get a more full back support to be able to hold the Bari sax. So I would definitely go with a harness. We have several options. The Neotech is kind of the most popular one. But there are many, many others out there now that are really cool. So that is the Bari sax. That's the trio of saxophones for today. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom with us?
Some simple wisdom. I got some simple wisdom for you today. This comes from the Lady Sings the Blues, the legendary Billie Holiday. I don't know if I've used this quote on this show before. Like I said, after 200 episodes, you start to lose track. But she says this. She says, "No two people on earth are alike. And it's got to be that way in music, or it isn't music." So what she's saying is be original. Don't be like everybody else, because the music suffers if you do. Have your own voice. You've got your own look, your own personality, your own everything is unique about you. Make your music that way too. So no two people on earth are alike, and it's got to be that way in music, or it isn't music, from Billie Holiday. So that's my piece of wisdom for the day. It's been fun hanging out with you all. I really appreciate you taking the time. The privilege of your time is something very special to me. Taking your time out of your day to spend time with me and just have a little bit of fun this morning. And so we'll be back doing this again next week. And, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Have some fun, relax, chill out, whatever you got to do. Remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.